श्री जितेंद्र सिंह जी, केंद्र सरकार में मंत्री, और आचार्य विजय राघवन जी, केंद्र सरकार का प्रिंसिपल साइंटिफिक एडवाइज़र, डॉक्टर शेखर सी मांडे, डायरेक्टर जनरल CSIR, डॉक्टर अंजन रे, हेड CSIR HRDG, scientists, researchers, scholars, distinguished guests, and others who are watching this program online from across the country. सचमुच में मैं बहुत प्रसन्न हूँ। आज वैज्ञानिक तथा औद्योगिक अनुसंधान परिषद का ये स्थापना दिवस के अवसर पर यहाँ आके आप सब लोगों के समक्ष में जो नया परिशोधना माने रिसर्च करके आज जिनको गोल्ड मेडल या मेडल और सर्टिफिकेट मिल रहे, उन सभी को मैं सबसे पहले देश के ओर से अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूँ। God bless them all, because science is for the betterment of the people, to make the people's life more comfortable and more than that, happy. Happiness and comfortable, there is some difference. You have to make the people's life comfortable. No tension, only attention. Peace, because peace brings progress. So in every system, if the scientists, they come forward with some solutions and make the people's life easy, happy, ease of doing business, ease of doing work, and then more particularly I am happy that this way these awards are instituted and are being given. I am particularly happy about the youngsters, right from the school age, being recognized and then encouraged. And one more thing that makes me happy, that the research is being focused enough on agriculture also. Agriculture is our basic culture of the country. I am a son of a farmer. मैं खुद किसान का बेटा हूँ। बचपन में कुछ दिन खेती भी किया हमने, राजनीति में आने के पहले। मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है इससे वही बेहतर था, मगर करे क्या, यहाँ आया इसमें फंस गया। Agriculture, which is the basic culture of our country, provides food to people. That is the basic requirement for any human being. Why human being, even other creatures also, they need food. And these people, as we are discussing about COVID, in the COVID every sector was affected. This sector also affected. But at the same time, happy to note that 4.3% increase in agriculture production in spite of adverse conditions. Hats off to the farmers. I say, Dr. Vijay Raghavan, Shekhar Bhande, the great scientists are farmers. They know the problems and also solutions to some extent, and they work in that agriculture lab morning to evening in adverse conditions, adverse marketing conditions, adverse weather conditions, and still they move on. But what is required is, it's the duty of the country to give a helping hand to that community, because India is 130 crore population, still moving on. And the basic thing, as I told you, is food. And that food also should be proteinous. So science should help the farmers to focus on production of proteinous food. This is one aspect. And secondly, there are a lot of problems for the agriculture. Coming out with solutions for the farmers, better techniques, success stories, good practices, and coming with new innovations to come out those problems and sufferings of the agriculture community. Because I would like to stress on this today, as a lot of people are leaving agriculture because of the hardships. So we need to focus. I always say, Parliament, Planning Commission, and now Niti Aayog, politicians, political parties, press, all P's, 5 P's, P. They should all give priority to discuss and come out with solutions to the agriculture problems. And I add to that, the scientific community should make more and more focus, motivate people to take agriculture research so that the people of the country, who are more than 55 to 60% of the population who are depending on agriculture, their life is without tension and they are happy. This is the message I want to give on the occasion of the Foundation Day of the CSIR. CSIR labs, scientists, they are pride of our nation. They have made tremendous progress. Thanks to the initiative of our forefathers and early leadership of the country, right from Jawaharlal Nehru to the other ministers and also the great scientists who are in the forefront, to focus their attention on starting all these laboratories and taking initiatives so as to facilitate the research and scientific studies in various sectors. I am delighted to join all of you on the momentous occasion of the 80th CSIR Foundation Day celebrations. Foundation Day is an important occasion. For a moment, think about the achievements. Feel proud, but think about the challenges. The world is open up now. So new opportunities are coming and new challenges are coming. So keeping this, both things in mind, how do you make people's life more comfortable? I would like to convey my congratulations to the winner of the coveted Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize, the CSR Young Scientist Award, the CSIR Innovation Award for school children. I was feeling very happy and I was watching the name of the school, the name of the child, and the innovation they are making. And the other important prizes and awards that were announced are bestowed today. May the well-deserved recognitions inspire all the recipients to scale greater heights in their chosen fields and make the country and their families smile and proud. On the 27th January 2020, I had addressed the scientists and researchers of CSIR Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, CCMB in Hyderabad. And I also have the good fortune of frequently interacting with the Director General and other scientists. And also used to use that occasion to interact with Sekhar Mandi and know more and more about the progress that is being made, particularly the pandemic challenge thrown by the pandemic. I had urged the scientists on that occasion and researchers to focus on epidemic outbreaks. Little did we know then that the humanity would face one of the worst and most challenging health hazards of the past 100 years. Despite scientific and technological advancement across the globe, COVID-19 has indeed overwhelmed the world. The virus swept through the world with alarming virulence, infecting millions and claiming thousands of lives. India too was severely impacted by the pandemic. Ever since the outbreak of the pandemic, our lives have changed drastically and have gradually got accustomed to a new normal. However, it goes to the credit of our great nation that we have been able to not just cope up with the pandemic but manage it effectively. I laud the scientific and medical fraternity for leading the nation's battle in our fight against the pandemic with grit and determination. We could collectively face this unprecedented health crisis thanks to their selfless sacrifices and exemplary resolve. Living up to the need of the hour, the CSIR scientists and researchers have worked tirelessly to develop solutions, be it diagnostics, vaccines, medicines, makeshift hospitals, and medical assistive devices. In the shortest time and under difficult circumstances, CSIR contributed to the nation's fight against COVID in a remarkable manner. I must commend CSIR for its scientific and technological interventions to fight the pandemic. As we are all aware, India is implementing the largest vaccination drive in the world. The fact that we have administered more than 85 crore doses of vaccine is a remarkable achievement. This has been largely facilitated by India's indigenous vaccine. Covaxin and other vaccines like Covishield manufactured in India. I must compliment the vaccine manufacturers for rising to the occasion and ramping up the production to meet the huge demand for vaccinations in the country. In the last few years, I have visited several CSIR laboratories in different parts of the country, from CSIR IIM Jammu in the north to CSIR CCMB Hyderabad in the south, and from CSIR NIO Goa in the west to CSIR Northeast Jorhat in the east. I have seen on a first-hand basis the scientific and technological contributions of CSIR laboratories in effectively addressing many of the country's needs. I call this as a knowledge pilgrimage because I have come to this responsibility. I thought of going around the country, spending this time, because as Vice President there is a protocol and there is less tension, to pay more attention and also time to go and meet different cross sections. I have decided, earlier it was public meeting, greeting, talking, walking, eating, spending time with the people. Now because of protocol you can't do it. So I have thought over and guided my office to devise programs in such a way that we go to research scholars, we go to IITs, we go to IIMs, we go to Krishi Vijnana Kendras, we go to agricultural labs, we go to fields, we interact with farmers, we go to various research laboratories across the country, meet them, greet them, know what they are doing, pat them on their back so that they work more with vigor and enthusiasm. So I have been going around from Andaman to Jammu Kashmir to Northeast. I am continuing this journey. This 2nd October onwards, I am going to Northeast, continuously cover all the states. Instead of coming back by evening the next day, I am going to stay there and cover all the states to know those problems of the Northeastern people and make more and more national integration. That's the purpose. Also, when I visit the labs and I see the youngsters, and I am also happy to see that more and more women joining scientific research. That's a happy thing for the country because women can pay more attention because they have less tension. Why I am saying tension is, tension diverts attention. And then everywhere, yesterday I was in Delhi University Medical College. gold medals and all distinguished certificates, 70% of them have gone to the girls. That is the new trend. I want more and more women to take to research, and also the CSIR leadership and the minister must encourage more and more women into this field. Not only they constitute 50% of the population, they also know the problems equally. My dear sisters and brothers, as we all know, India is celebrating the important milestones of 75 years of independence as Azadi Ka Amrita Mahotsav. At CSIR, as your minister was telling, we are celebrating the 80th year of its founding day today as a major landmark in the institution's journey. Having reached a significant milestone, CSIR should look to reinvent itself, further reinvigorate and turn futuristic in a more rapid manner, while pursuing the science of the highest order. CSIR laboratories and institutions should address the nation's challenges that require scientific and technological solutions. The pandemic is just one unforeseen crisis. In a country as vast as India, as diverse as ours, challenges are many, and institutions like CSIR need to gear up to address any sudden and unexpected problems. Each laboratory of the CSIR must come out with a clear roadmap on the new research projects that seek to address various challenges and contribute to the larger good of humanity. As we are moving forward, we are facing with the problem of climate change. Horrible things are happening across the globe. Even the so-called developed countries like America, how it is suffering, we are seeing because of various natural calamities. How to arrest the nature's fury? How to address the nature's fury? Because nature is fury. Because we started neglecting the nature. That's why I have given an advice to the people, I am giving it again today. Nature, culture, together for better future. Live with the nature, love with the nature. We used to live and love with the nature. Nature used to love us during my childhood. But nowadays you have seen how we destroyed nature. That's why nature is showing its fury. This is a major area. Of course, India has taken initiative for the Paris this thing, but still we have to create awareness among the people. Unless people's mindset is changed, it's very difficult to face this climate change. Encroachments, encroaching rivers, encroaching tanks, encroaching water bodies, encroaching everything. That has become a habit in between. Cutting the trees, neglecting the sun. Before taking care of your sun is there to take care of you, but you are neglecting the sun. You don't want to live in openness. You don't want to enjoy the sunlight. Sun is an important contributor to the progress and welfare of the human beings. Some time back I was in London. The driver who was driving my car, he said, "Sir, good morning." I said, "Okay, namaste." He said, "Sir, today is a very good day." I said, "What? Why?" "Sir, today is sunny day." I said, "Is it your son's birthday?" He said, "No, sir, sunny day. Sun is bright." I told him, "Poor fellow, India, 365 days are sunny days. But we are not taking care of sun, the nature." And air, we had beautiful air. We polluted it, continue to pollute through various means. These are the two important aspects on which we have to focus our attention and guide the youngsters and humanity how to take care of sun rays and also air pollution and avoiding light. That's why I have been suggesting the architects across the country. We must make sincere effort, Jitendra Singh ji. The government should come out with a policy how to go back and live with the nature. Live with the nature. Fashion, more and more fashion. Everything is closed. Your room is closed. Your mind is closed. Your future also is closed. There is no way you can see the sunlight. The architecture has to change. Sun must be allowed to enter into your house. You see the old houses in the villages, how light used to come into the house. Now, how to avoid the light and put artificial lights. In every room, 5-star hotels, you find at least 30, 40 lights, but no light. You have to put an extra light to read, in spite of 30 lights. Fashion. Everything that way. Recently, I've been to my daughter's place. So, I was going around the newly acquired house, and then I went to washroom, bathroom. There I opened the tap. Water was falling on me rather than into the sink. Rather than in the sink. I told them, who has done this? There is an architect and also a designer. So I said, call. She's a lady. I said, don't worry, call her. She came. After receiving her, I said, let us go and see the washroom. I took her to the washroom and opened the tap and showed this. She was little feeling shy and said, sir, this is the latest fashion. Then I told her in Telugu in my own way, Amma, Saukaryama, Saundaryama. Saukaryama means comfort. Saundaryama means fashion. What should be given preference? And it should be combined. This is a small example I am giving. Many of such things. And we are purchasing inconvenience. Right from our sofas to our dining table to everything. Physical activity is getting reduced. My dear friends, these space, atomic energy, ocean science, or defense research, Indian science has made significant contributions that we can be just proud of. As the nation celebrates 75 years of independence, this is an appropriate right time to see how can we accelerate the ongoing movement, and I suggest focus will be more on making people's life more happy. Visit the life of the people from morning to evening. Understand the practical problems, that changes that have come and which are negatively impacting our lives. And then focus and guide the people. That's my advice to the scientists across the country. India ranks among the top 10 countries in the world in terms of number of research papers that are published. Based on some parameters and sources, India is ranked third in the world. It is indeed a proud achievement that the scientists and researchers of the nation are steadily enhancing India's position in global scientific research. However, we need to walk the extra mile to achieve more. One way is to enhance the quality of our research. Whenever we talk about state of science in the country, the issue of investment as a percentage of GDP in the R&D invariably comes up for discussion. It must be said in this context that the investment by industries in R&D in India is insignificant. There is a need for corporates and industries to form close linkages with leading scientific institutions, identify important R&D projects and invest in them. In turn, you will also get benefited. This is my advice to the industry. My dear friends, the National New Education Policy has covered many aspects. It's a very welcome development. It will give fillip to science and education sectors. Scientists, researchers and faculty should leverage enabling ecosystem and work collaboratively to attain greater heights. Today is World Contraception Day. Among other things, World Contraception Day focus on reproductivity health care services, including family planning. Politicians are feeling shy nowadays to talk about family planning. They talk everything else, but somehow feel shy. That is also required. Family planning. Plan the family for a healthy nation and integrate it. It should be integrated to national strategies program. When we talk about birth control and women's productivity health, we remember the immense contribution of CSIR in formulating the world's first ever non-steroidal once-a-week oral contraceptive pill. The CSIR Central Drug Research Institute's pill, popularly known as Saheri and Chaya, has been there in the use for 30 years now and as part of the National Family Planning Program, and is distributed and delivered at the doorsteps by Asha healthcare personnel. There are several such success stories, many. I don't want to recall all of them because you are all aware, and also my staff is telling me that I should reach the airport because PM is landing and then I have to take off. There has to be some gap between his landing and my takeoff. I am going to Jaisalmer, straight from your meeting. So, my dear friends, once again, I'm also happy that the CSIR, through its Jignasa program, Atal Tinkering Labs, and virtual classrooms have a robust mechanism to connect with the students. These initiatives under the new national education policy will surely pave the way for the much needed student-scientist connect, which will have far-reaching benefits to the nation. On the occasion of this 80th year Foundation Day, I convey my best wishes to all the scientists of various levels who are all working in CSIR laboratories across the country. You have a very good visionary as the Prime Minister, vision for the nation. And then fortunately you also have a very good minister who has got wide knowledge and variety of subjects. Sometimes I wonder the way he answers questions in Rajya Sabha. He tells them and gives them more than they want. Members want to know more, but he will give them more and more also. Because he knows the subject, he is thorough with the subject. And also is a keen learner. And then goes around the country, understand the problems. You are fortunate to have such a minister at the helm of affairs, along with the Prime Minister who gave it the three-line mantra: reform, perform, and transform. Transformation of the nation for betterment of the nation. That is the guiding principle. Follow it. All the best to all of you. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.